This is On Tilt Trading. Let's go over my pre-market analysis here. First up, I'm in 3 positions currently this morning. We're about 20 minutes, 22 minutes away from the open of the U.S. market. Currently, I am in positions in Cardano, Cosmos, and Litecoin. We'll first go over my charts and put them into perspective. So first up here, this is a candlestick area. This is a volume profile. This is a slow stochastic indicator. And down here, this is a MACD indicator. Even though the price action is right there at the moment, if you see this purple line as the price action is selling off just below it, you can see this purple line. This purple line is R4 here as a Camarilla pivot point. And this particular trade idea is an R4 to an R6 traverse. This blue line that you're seeing right here, this is the 200 exponential moving average. That's a messy way to put EMA up here. Here we go. This is the 200 EMA. This is the 5-minute chart. This is the 15-minute chart. And this is the 60-minute chart. So we'll come down here on Cardano and have a look at the 60-minute chart. So on Cardano, I took a trade on it earlier this morning, right here at about this level here. We're looking at the 60, but wound up getting stopped out. My stop out is up here because being able to fit it at, or fit the arrow at the top of the candle here, and took a second entry right here. But the main things that I want to draw your attention to on this chart is Cardano is trading above the 200 EMA here on the 60-minute. We can see some slightly elevated volume profile here on the 60-minute. We can see increased volume here in this candle, a drop. So low volume pullback, and then we have gradual volume climbing here, but nothing climactic. Here on the slow stochastic, we're in an overbought condition. This could be a time to sell, or this could be aggressive buying. We can see that buyers have momentum down here on the MACD, with the MACD above the average here. On the 60-minute, we can see where I took my first entry, and this is Fibonacci retracement. I'll zoom in so you can see where I took this second entry here on Fibonacci retracement. I didn't wait for Fibonacci here on this first entry. Definitely had FOMO when I took this first entry, which would have been right around this level here. Then we get pullback, and I'll come in on the 15-minute and show you the Fibonacci retracement here. So we can see here on the Fibonacci retracement, letting it get down to this 0.74 level. Even though these are the numbers right here, the actual levels of like 0.618 and 0.764 on this side. We can't see it at the moment, but I took it right here at this level, which was in line with Fibonacci here. You can see my previous entry here, my stop out in this candle here, and then I re-enter in this candle. You can see it makes a low and then starts to buy up again, and I took it based on the Fibonacci level here. And we can see here also on the chart that we're trading, Cardano is trading above the 200 EMA. Nothing really to speak of on volume profile, nothing elevated. Here we're in an oversold condition. So this is my ideal position to buy in when the currency pair is in an oversold condition. You can see it's an overbought right here. It just depends on how the price action is. Sometimes you're only going to get an entry in the overbought phase. And we can see here the MACD is trading below the average with sellers having momentum. So being able to take my second entry on pullback was ideal here. And we can see price action is moving above my entry here. And we'll come up to the 5 minute. Again, we can see price action trading above the 200 EMA. So when I see this correlation of three time frames, the 60, the 15, and the 5, and the price action all trading at the same, or the price action is on the same side of the 200 EMA, that's a sign to me that there's correlation in the price action. And then if it's happening near a pivot point that I'm interested in for a trade, then I want to take that position. So since this price action is happening here at the R4 level, based on the Camarilla pivot system, when a currency pair trades or any financial instrument trades above the R4 level, it's a signal to go long here to the R6 level, which I mentioned previously. Also here on the 5 minute, we can see some elevated volume profile. Here we can see, just as in the 15, we're in oversold conditions. So in a potential pullback, so a very good place to take a position. And we can see sellers in control, or sellers having momentum with the MACD here trading below the average. And I'll come in, let's see if the 5 minute will allow it. If not, we'll do the 15 minute. I'll show you where my stop is. So my stop, I'll move this Fibonacci out of the way, this Fibonacci retracement out of the way. So my stop is here. So this stop is based off of where I had the Fibonacci low. My previous stop was based off of this being the low, but this is actually the low that I base my stop off of, and my stop will be a few cents below that. So we can see we've not come back anywhere near here, and let's see if we can get some perspective on target. An old trade right here. This may have been yesterday. Let's come in on the 5 minute. Let's see. No, we won't see target. So maybe on the 60 minute, we'll get that. Alright, so you can see the stop. Let's see if we can find target. No, target's going to be out of range, but I'll pull up. But we can see my target is up here at 77. Should be just be 77 here, not 77.7. Should just be 77. Also, there's a potential for this to go to 80 as well. There's an 80 target up here. But I think we'll stick with the 77 target. I'm not sure why it was showing 777 here, but we'll modify the position to make it correct. and it will be a 4-to-1 based off of my entry. Right now, we're getting the risk to reward ratio based off of seeing here on the 15-minute chart or here on the 5-minute chart. Entry is here, so risk to reward from entry to the target is what we're after right now. Since the price action is well above my entry, the risk to reward is not going to look the same. So just adjusting my profit target right there to make it correct, but my risk to reward is still accurate. Next up we have Cosmos. Cosmos, similar situation. I had FOMO and took an early entry and paid for it. So we'll come in, I'll show you what I'm seeing here on the 60-minute. So the 60-minute, nothing much to speak of on the volume profile, but we are trading. Price action is above this 200 EMA here, so I like this. Took this first entry here, got stopped out here, second entry here. We can see here on the second entry here on the 60-minute, getting an entry here on oversold conditions, so on pullback on the 60. So very good entry here. We can see on the MACD, sellers have momentum with the MACD trading under the average. If we come over here to the 15-minute, zoom out a little bit, and let's zoom in, and I'll show you on this Fibonacci retracement here, where I take the entry here. Actually, I took the entry here high on this candle just to get the 0.618 level on the Fibonacci right here, and you can see it. I take it right at that level. That's my desired entry point. If I had more patience, I would wait for this 0.764 level, since most currency pairs tend to reach this level. But between the 0.618 and 0.764 levels, to me, this is an ideal zone of where you want to take entries based off of Fibonacci. We can see here it came down to test this 1.0 level. So it came back to really test this low, this strong low that I'm using as my stop loss. And I'll move this Fibonacci right now. And then come in and we'll see. Okay. Even though I had to zoom out a bit because it's difficult to see, this is the 200 EMA right here. So we can see that price action has been doing some consolidation and some pullback beyond that. But this is the 200 level, and the price action is now and before was above this 200 EMA here. So being able to take the entry here, survive this pullback, we can see buying commences here. Here on the 15, we can see some volume coming in. Some volume here with this price action, but nothing, let's say no ignition volume. And we can see here there's an oversold condition that's reached right after my entry here. We can see there's buyer momentum and buyers with the MACD above the average here. So a little funky here on the 15-minute, but likely since the price action is consolidating or doing some type of or it's struggling here at this 200 EMA, hasn't fully committed here. And also this is the Camarilla pivot S3, S3, and This is S3. This is the Camarilla pivot S4 down here. So this trade idea is an S3 to an R3 traverse. This is this trade idea here. And we see that Cosmos is still struggling here at this 200 EMA, trying to find support here. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. We can see here on the 5-minute coming in, taking my first entry. Tried to use this double bottom here, which is never a good idea for me, as a potential stop loss. Got the price action move above the S3 level and above the 200 EMA here. But we can see it's been struggling. Sold off below the EMA, the 200 EMA, and the S3 level. And this could potentially just be pullback for a break, for another break above here. Seems like this strong low structurally down here has held up based on this low holding. So this may be another strong low if price action will break out from, if we get a break of structure up here at this level here. This would be another strong low in addition to this one here that broke out of this level. So we'll keep an eye on this to see how it goes. And we'll take a look at my stops and my profit targets. So zoom out, you can see where my stop loss is. So my stop loss is down here below this potential strong, or below this strong low down here. So if this strong low gets broken structurally, if there's a break of structure of this strong low, I'll get out and I won't enter the trade again, or I'll take it short, since this would be, if it broke this strong low, it would be, this is R4 down here. This is Camarilla pivot R4. Oh no, this is Camarilla pivot S4. This is Camarilla pivot S4. Camarilla pivot S3. So any currency pair or instrument that breaks out long at S3 is a potential long. Any price action that's below S4 would be a potential short. So I like to look for currency pairs that are in this range. We can see that the price action is doing some consolidation in this range. Just needs to break out. So this strong low has held, and if this holds and breaks out, as I mentioned before, it would be a strong low, and the price action would be in a long position. So I've taken a long position, and we'll see how it goes, just because this strong low held here at support here at the S4 level. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we're not seeing profit target. It may be a ways out. We'll see if we can pull it up on the 60-minute, and if we can pull it up on, if we can't pull it up on the 60-minute, I'll pull it up. There it is. So up here, this is the profit target up here. This is the R3 pivot up here. This would be my target. And last up we have LITECOIN. LITECOIN's been performing very well this morning. I didn't have to take an additional entry like I have had to take in Cosmos and Cardano. I was able to take a position, and it has been going pretty steady, or has been holding and then going pretty steady. I'll go over what I'm seeing here on the 60-minute. So nothing to speak of on volume profile. The 200 EMA is right here, so the price action is trading above the 200 EMA. We can see here before my entry, there's quite a bit of oversold conditions, and then the slow K crosses over the MACD, and now we're in overbought conditions, and we can see this this inefficient candle here on the 60-minute. But it's quite efficient for reaching my profit target relatively quickly. We can see here seller momentum, and we can see the MACD below the average, and now we're starting to get a crossover here. Here on the 15-minute, we can see an elevated volume profile coming in now. Nothing much to speak of here when I took the initial entry. Let's zoom out a bit because I'm not seeing the 200. Okay, so the 200 is basically where you see my entry. The 200 is right here, so you can see the price action was trading right at the 200 EMA here. It's right here. Price action was trading right at it and now trading above it, or was trading above it. You can see it's consolidating here, and my trade theory is this is accumulation in preparation for another leg up. We can see the price action is here near an overbought condition with the slow K under the slow D and now across, and we can see some steady buyer momentum here with the MACD above the average, and now we're getting some more upward movement here on the MACD. We can see here on the 5-minute, this is just oscillating in between overbought and halfway through the zone here. We just had the US market open just now. And here on my entry, we've got some seller momentum, and the MACD seems to be, or it seems to be like this is an area of consolidation based on the MACD, and we can see the price action just consolidating above and below the 200 EMA here. And then we can see the volume profile pick up now here just close to the open. Overbought conditions, which is indicative of this aggressive buying right now, and MACD is showing increasing buyer momentum with the MACD above the average here. And we'll clean this up and we'll come over and I'll show you my stop loss. So my stop loss is down here. Where are we at? I'm not seeing the cap. Let me move this Fibonacci retracement. Okay. So my stop loss is a few cents below this low right here. You see this wick candle right here. We can see just coming off an overbought conditions here with buyer momentum. But my stop is placed below here. And you can see this is my profit target up here. So we're getting pretty close to profit target. So this being Camarilla pivot S3 here. And this is Camarilla pivot R3. So this being an inside day for this particular currency pair and making the traverse here from S3 to R3. LITECOIN seems to be well on its way to doing that this morning. But this is on tilt trading, and actually no. I'll show you my tickets. So 50-cent risk, just risking 1% of the account per trade, and you can see where everything is now. Even though the risk is not actually 50 cents, it's just 50 cents is what I put on. Based on my stops, it's going to look differently. And we'll go to history and we'll reset to today. You can get an idea of what I'm talking about here. So we can see here, this is my entry here on Litecoin at 509, just been sitting in it. But we can look at, let's look at Cosmos. Bought it here at 544, stopped out here at 640. And if we come over to the price, we can see this is about 30 cents. That was risk there. We can see the same thing. This is Cardano here at 512. And we can see selling Cardano here at 654. And this is closer to the mark or a little over. So this is going to be around about 58 or so cents, maybe close to 60 cents. But then took a re-entry here. So we'll get a look and see how the risk to reward sets up. But Cosmos less than 50 cents, Cardano a little more than 50 cents. And we'll see how the risk to reward ratio checks out. But at least 4 to 1 on everything, and we can come back and check the risk, what risk was on a little later. But now this is on tilt trading, and we'll see you next time.